So just as the 7-step method, this is another little toolkit that I've created to help you get everything out of your sequences. Filmmaking is all about creating a little scene, a little moment, a little feeling. And to bring this to life, you'll need to get the actions 3 times. Let me explain. So if there is a small action that the model or character does, like crossing a street, getting a drink, meeting a friend, it's essential for you to get this same exact action from 3 different perspectives. You can do this by getting the same action from different distances, like wide, medium, and close. Or you can get it with different movements, like a shaky hand movement while filming with the handheld setup, or getting a super stabilized shot from walking behind the person, or another one where you walk towards her instead of following her. And then it's nice to add a static shot of the whole entire scene as a whole, so that you have something to cut back to, if that makes sense. To visualize this for you, you have a subject or a model going from A to B, and everything in between is the action. And that action you're going to get from 3 different angles or perspectives or ways. It doesn't really matter how you do this, as long as you have a variation of this action. So you just ask the model, can you repeat that same exact motion or movement? And then you're going to go in a different position or in a different focal length, and you get the same action 3 times. I created a little tutorial for you where I show you my thought process on filming a little sequence. Keep in mind, this was mid-winter and it was so freaking cold, and you can really tell in the video. I should have done this in the summer, but yeah, I don't know. I picked the winter. Enjoy!
Okay, so I'm going to film a little sequence and I'm going to use my 3-step method, which is basically get the same action 3 different times. And I will show you how easy it is to create a little story, even though there's not much of like a intellectual, heartfelt story. It's just a simple something that we can do with storytelling with a camera. And in this case, we have our girl, our little expert girly, and she is drinking a matcha on the canals of Amsterdam. And I'm going to show you how I can make that super interesting rather than just showing her walking around with a matcha, right? So let's start. So we have one action, which is girl crosses bridge, drinks matcha and keeps walking, right? So that sounds quite boring, but I'm going to show you how you can make it more interesting. We're going to start with a wide shot where I'm quite far away, where I can just set the scene, show Amsterdam and the girl, Moya. From now on, I'm going to refer to you.
The girl.
No, Moya, because I keep calling you just the model. It's Moya. And we're going to start with a wide shot. So let's go. We're going to kind of like as if you exited that little shop over there. I'm gonna switch my color profile to S-Log because I think I can do some fun stuff with grading here. I'm also shooting in 24 FPS, 1/50 shutter speed, f2.8 and ISO 200, and I'm nice overexposed almost. Okay, so we have a shot where she is crossing the street. Let's go, action. And looking around, I'm slowly walking backwards. Yeah, nice. And she's gonna go to the bridge and kind of have a moment there. And that's it, cut. Okay, amazing. I think it's nicer to do it on that side of the bridge because the background is a lot more interesting. So we're gonna do the same thing, but then have it there. Yeah, so we're gonna start from the beginning again. That was my wide shot. Now I'm gonna have the same shot where I'm gonna just zoom in, I think on 50mm or 70, and do the same thing. So she's gonna cross the street, look around and walk towards the bridge. Okay, and I'm gonna walk with her. So it's more of like an immersive close scene with her. And let's go. She got her matcha, looking around. And I'm just following her movements. Close, coming back in. Nice. Oh, I just saw something really nice. And it's funny because you're actually looking like her. Wait, come. I just saw a little detail. Oh, yeah. The girl with the pearl earring. Look at Moya. Like you literally with your hairband. And I'm just gonna have one shot. I have a vision. I think you can stay on the other side of the road better, but it's so busy.
Yeah,
but
fuck me.
this is how it goes. This is reality. I just want one shot of the girl with the pearl earring and Moya next to each other. Just wait for, just look around a little bit with your matcha. And I'm just nice and zoomed in. Look at me. Nice. Perfect. Okay, that was a little interval. Now we're gonna have a shot where Moya is walking into the frame. So you can wait over there. And I'm already gonna pick my frame. And I think it's nice to really show like the whole surroundings here. And I'm gonna have you, Moya, stand in front of the white bike in a second. Yeah. Okay, so this is where she's going to be walking into the frame. And now I'm gonna ask you to walk in again. So from there. And yes, you can walk in. And nice. Okay, and for this one, it's better if you just look around a little bit more. So we're gonna have her walking in again. Yeah. Look around. Enjoy the views. Perfect. Okay. 1 second. I forgot to put my LUT on. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, so now I'm going to have the same shot where she's walking into the frame, but I'm gonna do that in close-up. So I am going to zoom in and I'm going to be a little bit closer to her, but the shot stays the same. So it's her walking in and me standing stationary here. You can walk in again. Okay, after the cycus, and you can start walking. And yeah, stand still. Nice. Perfect. Now I'm gonna come even closer to really take a moment for the matcha that she's holding in her hand. And the spot she made on her jacket with it. So it's just her matcha and you can still just look around and I'm just gonna kind of like follow my movements, just focus on the face, focus on the matcha again and you can have a little sip and just enjoy that, look around. I'm gonna just, yeah, have this moment here, gorgeous. Perfect, okay. Then to add in like an extra layer, I'm now gonna have a shot of just her feet walking, so I can just put that somewhere in the edit. So let's do a little walk here on the street. And you can stop at the same spot again. So it's the same walk, but just a different position for me and a different focus point. I'm gonna focus on her feet and let's go. And I just follow her feet. And she stops. Follow here. And from there, just freestyle. I always like to just freestyle. Who knows, right? Who knows what you're getting? Okay, so now I'm just gonna freestyle a little bit because I think the surroundings here are so pretty. I can just walk around a little bit and you can bend over and lean on the little balustrade and have a little moment here where she really takes in that beautiful, gorgeous Amsterdam view. And just have some extra shots of her taking or having a sip of matcha, just focusing on the hands, bringing it to her face. Perfect. Yeah, lovely. Okay. And then I think it would be nice to have one more shot where I have her wide all the way and she can bend over the balustrade in the middle bit there, just where it's empty. Yeah. Or just lean against it a little bit, like just casually. Yeah. Cool. And just a wide shot. It's always nice to have. Have her look around. You can see the buildings behind her. Gorgeous. It's so pretty. See a little bird. Perfect. Amazing. So that's a little scene. Now what I can do is really focus on some B-roll. So I see some birds flying around and that really sets the tone for this scene, right? So I can just have some extra shots of the cars or the bikes or the birds coming by because you can always kind of bring that in and make the scene feel more alive. So it's just more of like a whole experience rather than just a model on a bridge, right? Okay, so I'm gonna film some B-roll real quick. Okay, just have to quickly shoot some B-roll. bird. So I got a bird there. I just followed it with my camera. That was actually such a lucky shot. Oh my god. Yeah, here, another bird. Just following it with my camera. This also gives you a nice motion blur, as you can see. Now I'm gonna wait for a cyclist to come by. Maybe they're coming behind you. And I'm just gonna follow their wheels to kind of have a little bit of extra like movement. Right, so yeah, that's just some extra kind of movement glue. I like to call these glue shots because they glue the scene together. It gives more of like a atmospheric vibe. Yeah, there's another cyclist. Yeah, perfect. It's so random, but it will all make sense in the edit. Try not to film kids, yep. Yeah, amazing. Okay, I really like this lantern as well, so I'm just gonna get one close-up shot of the lantern. Just kind of like hover around it. It's such a foggy day. I think it's really, I mean, it is pretty. Yeah, just the bridge is also so scenic, isn't it? Just a gloomy day in Amsterdam. Just people moving past. I like it. Nice little boat that's coming. Focus on that. Have a little pigeon behind it. Perfect. Okay. That's it. So that's how you make a little sequence. Super easy and fun, but you really have to challenge yourself to be a bit more creative. Instead of just having a shot where it's girl walks on bridge, I'll make that shot as well. You can fill it in. Get the viewer more involved in what's happening, the surroundings, her clothing, what she's wearing, and that just makes it more interesting. So for this shot, I am gonna just add a little bit of extra oomph to it, and I love to use my little Fuji camera for this because it kind of gives an analog feel to photos. And I'm just gonna do a series of photos. So I'm gonna shoot in continuous shooting mode, and like the super quick one where I just basically press a button and it will go click, 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 and just made like loads of photos. So I'm gonna ask Moya to do the same thing, walk towards the bridge, stand there, have a sip and enjoy the view. It's the same exact scene, but I'm now just taking photos of it and I'll show you how it goes. Okay, let's walk towards, it's the same scene basically. Okay, and go. Taking photo, 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 photo. So now I have a shot of her exiting the shop where she got her matcha from. I have a shot of her feet walking. I have a shot wide of her entering the screen here. And I have that same shot close there. I'll show you in a little edit how it's so easy to create a little bit more interest by doing something really simple. So it's basically just asking one movement, coming out, standing here, drinking matcha, and just film that from different angles, close, wide, moving, static, and that will create a little scene. And it's super easy and fun.